of Hear This Now. So, tonight's episode is all about friendship. That friend that sticks closer than a brother. We know it's Jesus, but in this case. So, as I said before, we all know that it's Jesus that sticks closer than a brother. But can any of you identify any of your friends that also stick closer to you than a brother? Do you have that relationship with your friends? Yes, we jump in right in. We're not sticking.
Um, yes, I do have the friends that stick closer than a brother. I have a few people I could depend on. I wouldn't say everybody because why is my phone still loud? I thought I put it on silent. Yes. Um, I do have people I could call and have a conversation with if I feel a certain way or if I think I need to hear a certain opinion. Even if I am the wrong one, I really and honestly do believe that it have people that will voice their opinion on something, as I say, even if I'm the wrong one.
I agree. I think I could identify not many, but at least two persons that I can depend on for honest, good advice. And also, sometimes, we need a little bit of correction. Sometimes, so we need a little bit of a correction. And so I have friends that will, for lack of a better word, put me in my place, tell me about myself. And they do it with love, right? It's never easy. It's never easy. It's never nice to hear, but it's for my growth, it's for my betterment. And so I trust, like I have those persons that I trust.
I also have a few friends, and when I say a few friends, I literally mean two, even though a few means three. I have two friends who I can consider people who will stick closer to me than a brother. No offense to my sisters. I mean, I don't have brothers anyhow, so. But yeah, and also I consider my sisters to be my friends too. But anyhow. So yes, I have two friends I can consider to be very close with.
I have one friend that I could say.
Hold on, Isha, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we're not in
Can you hear
age.
me now? You can hear me? Okay, now. Hello?
Much
Okay.
better.
Yes, I have one friend that I can say close to me like a brother. He's always there for me, and I can always ask him anything, any advice, if I need help with anything. Yeah, but I don't have much friends, so only one person.
Well, I know Aisha was supposed to ask a question after this, but seeing as we are on the topic of close friends and all these different things, right? Apart from family, who do you all consider these friends that are closer to you than brothers?
Well, do we often name them out or something? We could just count per number or something.
No, I want to know who. Big up your whole friend.
All right.
Listen, she fast, she fast.
Chrissy and Jade is one of them. Aisha, two.
Chrissy and Jade are two of them.
Yeah, Chrissy and Jade is two of them. Well, we trade that, so we just talk our ways. Yeah, Chrissy and Jade. I have a few others too, but I just listen out two of them because they're the one accustomed. They are the two people accustomed dealing with me and my nonsense and my attitude sometimes, so I just calling out two of them, right? And they're the ones who put me in my place.
I am almost the same. For me, it is. Oh, I don't have any others, Oli. I don't like people that much. And so if I consider you a friend, listen, you know you's a G, you know you's a. So for me, same thing. It's Aaron and Jade. I consider them basically like siblings, like even closer than that than my own siblings.
Well, I realize that this friendship circle is very close knit because apart from family, my two closest friends are, of course, Aaron and you, Krista. So, yeah, you all will
Listen,
be
we are
you,
Actually,
porcupines.
I like it.
you all will be the ones who I call to tell my good news first and my bad news. So, yeah, 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 sure.
You should have broaden up the circle a
Big
little bit.
big up my whole friend Aaron from secondary school. Like, yeah,
You
Yes,
just
dear.
hear Aaron from.
Secondary
Aaron
school.
from secondary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have another question for you. Question is, name, say one thing, one way that you express love this past week.
Hmm. A real hard question because really and honestly, I'm not really a kind of texting person, so I didn't really text anybody just like that. And well, as anybody who are around who on this panel here knows that I'm not really a calling person either. So I can only say Jane, well, you know, I buy a snack for sheeps, something like that. I don't know.
So, okay, so that was one
Gift
way
giving.
that
Gift
you,
giving. That's a love language, right? He gave love. He showed love.
oh, yeah, that's how you showed love.
Yeah.
So, what is one way in which you received love this week?
Um, well, the other day Jade and I working in the same place, so the other day when we was going to work, some dogs attacked us, right? Yeah, some dogs they rush behind me, right? Now, being me, I rush at the dogs, right? Now, I honestly it wasn't anything that it wasn't to put her down or anything like that, but I really and honestly didn't expect Jade to be right behind me when the dogs and them was when I was going at the dogs and them, right? So it was just a little refreshing just to turn around and see that, you know, I had that kind of support now, even though we was in that kind of situation that could have turned
Hmm.
real bad if push come to shove now. But still, it basically made me feel a bit better about myself, make me feel real good. And I think it's one of the experiences that will last real long in my memory.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, Chrissy.
Listen,
How did
I
you,
sit along here thinking of it. I like, see, I showed love, but not to friends, really. I mean, I congratulated a friend, I big up a friend when she shared good news.
well, right.
Words of affirmation. Yes, yes, that's how I showed love, express love this week.
And how did you receive love?
I don't know. Listen, this is not a thing on my friends. It's just that I don't really pay attention. That's kind of why it's a tough question to ask because it forces you to like sit down and think. I feel like Asia to
Okay.
go and I might come around later. I don't know.
Okay, how did I? Oh, go ahead, Isha. Sorry.
No, it's you. You go ahead.
Yeah. How did I give love this week? Well, I didn't know that me um, sticking and having errands back when these dogs is about six dogs there earlier. Six dogs. And the only dogs that I did not, the only dogs that I was not afraid of were mine. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about six dogs. But anyhow,
I know the feeling.
I didn't know that me sticking close by him and also trying to defend him when these dogs were coming. I didn't know that that was so touching and so significant to Aaron, but that's how I showed love this week. And how did I receive love? Well, every time that, and this is not just this week, but I mean, just to think about something, every time I enter entered a certain vehicle, Aaron would
Mhm.
open the door for me. He knows I like snacks, so he bought me snacks. And I ate a lot of junk food because he allowed me to eat a lot of junk food this week. And so, yeah, that's how I received love. Food.
Well, for me, I gave love by buying snacks for my daughter, and I received love on Mother's Day. On Sunday, my church gave me a fruit basket, which I really, really, really appreciate. So that is how I received love this week. And I have another question for you all. The question is, Happy Mother's Day. The question is, why do you think that young people don't have much close friends these days?
Way boy.
Personally speaking, and I being completely honest, I don't think it have plenty genuine people out there.
Uh,
That is just what I think. To be honest with you, and that is just my answer.
I feel like I might have to agree with you on that. You know, I think people are just more cautious with who they keep close to them because of the fact that people are either disingenuous or, well, I guess that counts as disingenuous liars, all these type of things. Like people, it's hard to trust people these days, or we find it hard to trust people these days. So I agree with Aaron on that one.
Yeah, I agree. Most people literally just want to use you, you know. These days, well, we could only speak about the days that we know of, right? But I'm
Mm,
sure that this has been going on for since the beginning of time. Many people have ulterior motives. So they will become your friend just so that they could get something out of you. And then if you don't give them that thing, then they will simply stab you in your back. And a lot of people are also gossipers. A lot of people are two-faced. So you will tell yourself, oh my gosh, you know, I could see myself being friends with this person. And then you will just you might hear something on the outside, or if you have a discerning spirit, you will realize, okay, something is up, something is wrong with this relationship here. Some people take more than they give.
yeah,
And yeah, our generation is very wary of those things, and so therefore I think that's why we don't really have many close
close
friends.
friends.
Just
Yeah.
now, I just want to mention something as well.
Mm.
Growing up, you would always have, well, I don't know, this is for me, right? Growing up, I had so many best friends growing up,
Yes.
right? Until I realized that half of those people, I don't want to say they are bad people, but they just don't value friendship as much as I value friendship.
Or on the
So
same level.
your friend open a business, you will be the number one supporter. You open a business, they barely supporting you. Your friend has a talk show, you will be listening. You
Ouch.
understand? If you have a talk show, your friend not listening. So that's why I literally have two friends and a plethora of acquaintances.
I agree with all of you, and I would also say people have PTSD from past friendships where it didn't turn out so well. So they just distancing themselves from making friends and whatnot. And it's just hard for people to go through the same hurt all over again. So
Yeah.
to avoid it, they just distancing themselves from being close with new people now. Which I would say is not really a good thing because you have to give people chances, but you can't give people wrong for basically guarding their hearts. So
Yeah.
Alright, so I have a question I want to ask, right? To each individual here, right? What does friendship mean to you? And since I asked the question now, let somebody else answer the question.
Friendship to me means that, first of all, I'm not alone in this world. Like, I'm not left up to my own devices because I think if I didn't have people around me, noticing but just my attitude, my behavior, and my mannerisms, all of these things, I don't think I would be the person I am today. I have been corrected a lot. I have been advised a lot. I have grown a lot through friendship, through the wisdom of my friends. And I think, like, I don't know, friendship to me, I try not to get like emotional or nothing, but like, I love my friends. Like, I
Right.
really do. No, no, this is not the time. But I truly do love my friends. And yes, I am wary of people and letting them into my circle. But I think because I value the people that are in it right now, what they bring to me and what I hopefully am bringing to them, I am very protective of that. Like, you can't come around me and talk bad about my friends. I will look you up and down. I will talk. No, I don't tolerate that because I know how good these people are. Like, good friendship to me. Oh, this is a touchy thing for me because of the fact that I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up. Like, I went through the same phase as Jade. When you're young, everybody in the class is your best friend, and your best friends, everything. And then there came a time where literally everybody just we weren't on the same page. We were going through different stages, phases in our lives, and there was a time I had nobody, and it was a very long time. It was from like maybe 10, 11, 12 to 18. And so when I became friends with you, Jade, and you, Aaron, and I saw what quality persons that you are, it gave me a new um, respect for friendship. It actually made me value it because I saw the good that can come from it and does come from good friendships. But I'll leave it there.
Okay, that was really nice though. I don't know how I'm going to come and say what friendship means to me after this. To me, friendship means family. And when I say that, I mean, I have always been a very sentimental person, right? So, my friends from the past, I would always say, well, when we get older and, we will attend each other's weddings and we will, like your children will be my godchildren and everybody will be this huge friendship family and we just love each other and each other's families so much and all that jazz, right? And then as I got older and I realized that many people do not have the same heart as me, and that is something that my friend Aaron taught me. And when I realized that a lot of people don't even value friendship as much as I value friendship, I realized that certain things needed to change. And when I became friends with you, Krista, I was hesitant at first because of certain things that I went through, right? I was really hesitant at first. But you showed, you proved to me that you were a very honest person and I could rely on you and you could hold my mat, for lack of a better term. And yeah, now I tell Krista here what Krista, you are part of this family. You ain't going nowhere, you know. You are part of this family. And I telling you, I wouldn't say that to everybody. I wouldn't say that lightly, right? You are my children's godmother. They going to know you. They going to be like, when we get old and our grandchildren, they'll be like, Granny, where Auntie Krista? You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that is what friendship means to me. And I have your back, just like how you have my back. That is
Yes,
why
same.
too, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I just want to say this one thing too. That is why also I value the friendship that I have between Aaron and myself. I value that more than I value the romantic relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Because it started off as a deep friendship, and
Mm-hmm.
I would like it to continue as a deep friendship. So
I
I will
like that.
refer to him as my best friend more than I will refer to him as my husband.
That's so cute.
Isha, you wanna go first or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Alright. Well, simple. It's simple with me. Friendship is just basically as long as I could count on you to have my back in certain instances, because as a friend, I wouldn't put somebody in a dotish situation on purpose. Let me just put it that way, right? I wouldn't put anybody to defend me, or, and I don't mean defend like literally physical defend, right? In a dotish situation, right? I think as Aisha said just now, plenty people have PTSD, IRL PTSD, right? And the older I get and the more I value my time and I value being by myself, is the less I would want to deal with. And I don't want to sound bad, but anybody who is not me, right? As I say, I love my friends, but sometimes it's just like, wait, buddy, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I trust, I get it.
I try to put it into words, right?
So the viewers will understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
so the viewers will understand what I say, because we all know I'm not really the best talker around here, right? Yes, I love my friends, right? But sometimes certain things that I went through make me over,
Protective of your heart.
yeah, make me overprotective of myself, and sometimes I might get a little bit agitated, and it
Mm,
might be small thing, you understand me? Somebody might say,
little
no,
triggers.
that's not a small thing, you understand me? But it's something I'm trying to fix within myself right now. But being honest, I'm not trying to fix it totally, because I kind of grow to accept how I am. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like everybody, some people mean something to me, but it's just little things are working on here and there.
And do you think that the friends that you currently have are giving you the grace for that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm not an easy person to deal with. I just always say that I'm not an easy person to deal with. You all know that. Let me
I
be
don't know
truthful
I
here.
nothing.
mean,
I don't know anything.
Let me be
So,
truthful here.
all right, so let's address some of these comments. Times of Refreshing Ministries, our lovely pastoress, said,
Who's that?
yes, I have a few friends that are like that to me. She's referring to the friends that stick closer than a brother.
ah,
Shan Lifehook said, big up Sophia, 16 years going strong. Get through us, get through us. Edward Lifehook said, I have Sugrim over 20 years. I
all
really
the
hope
competition in the comments.
that was the after that competition. Crystal Long me and you is friend here. We can't talk to nobody here.
No, we can't.
The TT consultant said, good night, love the topic. Thank you very much. And concerning what friendship means, we have Shan Lifehook saying, my best friend will always tell me a friend is someone who knows the song in your heart and will sing it back to you when you have forgotten the words. I agree with that. There's only one of my friends could sing.
We all know who that is.
All right, so how do we deal with friendship betrayal?
I just cut you off.
Cut you off. How?
We mean how? Just cut you off.
So okay, so your friend betrayed you,
Mhm.
right? And
When they say betrayal, you didn't say which degree. I went straight to
The
the
worst
tenth
case.
degree there. So which degree we talking about here?
actually, I was trying to say something nice and graceful, but it's true.
No, which degree we talking about here? If it's small thing where you could forgive, right? Well, yeah, then I mean friends just fall out sometimes. Me and Chris are just quarrel, me and you just real quarrel. I mean friends just fall out sometimes, but it's just to what degree? I mean 10 being the worst, right? If you try to kill me, well, if you try to kill me or my family members, well, yeah, I cut in your dread.
I mean, your friend didn't try. Okay, let me not say that
Exactly.
because I watched this documentary. But
You
anyhow,
always watching some documentary.
but before you all answer, we have a question in the comments here from one Krisha Edward, and she says, I run from friendships that tend to have conflict. Can I have a little help with that, please? Who wants to go first?
Okay.
Um, what I would advise Krisha to do if she would take my little 2 cents, small money.
More like
Uh,
5 cents, but all right.
what I have to say is that everything in life have conflict in it, right? If you have dreams and you have goals, there will always be conflicts to get where you want to get in life. So, as I said before, based on the question we asked earlier on, it depends on how severe the conflict is. To me, I'm talking about to me here. I don't know if she could relate it in her way, but to me, it depends on what kind of degree the conflict is. Because sometimes they might come conflict as little friendly rivalries where they might say, but I could sing better than you or whatever the case. I just saying some here, right? But is how far somebody decides to take it where you will know how to deal with it or how not to deal with it. That's just my 2 cents.
Can I also answer? I think like in agreement.
Men,
Yeah, thanks. In agreement with Aaron.
have your back strokes.
Thanks. Um, I think you have to know what counts as like deep betrayals or what are things that you cannot handle or what are deal breakers for you. That's what I wanted to say. Understand what your deal breakers are. And first of all, know that people aren't perfect. right? So even your best of friends, you will have some sort of conflict, some sort of disagreement with them, all right? But I say, if it's a first offense, have a conversation. Don't wait. Don't brush past. Talk about it one time, talk through everything, make sure that you expressed everything in your heart in a respectful manner. You both need to have this conversation with respect. I know I saw you talking about heavy emotionalism in the comments. Um if you cannot come to your friend and say, hey, this is what you did and it bothered me, that's not your friend, I say lock them off straight up. Because you can't, if you can't have a conversation with your friend, if you can't say, hey, you're doing something wrong here, here's a solution, hi, you've hurt me, please don't do it again, and they don't listen, that's not somebody who considers themselves your friend. So I would say lock off those persons. But in terms of conflict, talk it out and then see how they move after that. Don't just lock it off one time.
I am reading the deal breaker here, right? And I just have one
Quite a
question.
question.
I have one question. How all these people are to be
Yeah, I know.
feeling offended?
I was thinking more than reading it.
No,
Reading it.
people does be big card back people, like 20, listen, 20 something, 30 something, 40 something. Are you not in the world? And they are heavily emotional.
No,
50s,
I know what Chris.
60s, all
I
kind
know
of
what
thing.
Chris start talking about.
No, I get it, but how could somebody be so immature to feel offended because you talk to them in a few days? So you don't have a life?
Lonely.
Well, it has to be that they're
Mm.
lonely. It has to be that they are lonely. Like Chris just
Um,
said, girl, 30 years old. It has to be that they're lonely because we have lives, we have things to do.
I was not going to answer that. And the thing about it is, right? If somebody leaning on you constantly to deal with their emotions,
They're toxic.
there
Yes,
that is a very toxic trait because you are your own self to deal with.
And
You are
and
your own things to deal with. I don't know.
yeah, if mm-mm, mm-mm.
this is not
That's
high
a clear
school.
one.
We're not seeing each other every single day, where we,
Exactly, exactly. So that person needs to understand that you have a life, right? If they were your friend, true friend, then they will understand and they would know for themselves that you are not an emotional sponge. You are not there for them to just offload their things to. They need to go to therapy, they need to go to counseling. You understand? Deal with them issues. Because
agreed,
no, ain't nobody got time for that.
agreed. But Jade, you asked a question earlier and I was supposed to answer.
What question is that, girl?
See,
Girl,
how you deal with
Oh,
betrayal?
friendship betrayals. Taxation.
I feel like I answered that sort of.
Yeah, a little
But
bit. I think we answered though.
I think I answered it.
You
Sort
sure you
of.
want to go before I go?
Yeah, so how I just deal with betrayal, I just block it. And then you'll get you will understand. I know I must explain myself. If you're lucky and you message or you call or something, because I've done block you on everything. So you will call and you will say, so what going on? What you block me for? I just let you know why I block you. Because you're fake. And I hanging up on you and going about my day. But to say I going and argue with you and bring it up. And okay, you know what you do though. So let me know what you want to do. You think?
Sometimes people doesn't know what they do though, you sure.
Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that.
You shall cut through me.
The thing is,
Teresa,
sometimes people just don't know how to be good friends. So they
even
think
Teresa,
they
you
do
just block people
nothing
and they.
when really they did do something. They think they did nothing, but they did do something. Let me tell you something. It have this girl in work. She tried to be friends with me, but I realize this girl always wants something. You want my charger, you want my headphones, you want $3, you want this, you want that. I only know you 1 week and you don't want $3. You want me buy juice for you. You want to use my headphones as I buy it before I get to use it. So I just blocked she on WhatsApp. I guess she get the message now. So she might be even know what she do. She thinking she do nothing, but to me, I just don't like pipers. So
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Wow. Well, hopefully girl from work can see it.
I think it is
I
same
mean, you should
thing.
never call no name if you follow she gun, follow she gun.
well, exactly. I didn't call no name. So if she knows about her, then she will understand and maybe change her ways.
Anywho, so Aaron locking them off, Aisha locking them off, Krista says she locking them off too.
Listen, if we at the point that it is at level 10, like the ultimate betrayal, which most likely I would have expressed to you, or you should know, then I'll lock in you off. But if it's little things before that, we go have a conversation, deal with it, and if you do it again, then I'll lock you off.
Okay, yeah, same. But because I just give people chances. I don't know why. I'm just that type of person. I give people chances, and I realizing some people shouldn't have chances. I
That
reach
is
in
a
there, I
fact.
reach in there. When I get older, I might reach to that point when I grow up. So on the heels of friendship betrayals, right? Do you think that friendship breakups are just as bad as romantic breakups?
No.
Why not?
Wait, let me retract that. Most of the time, no.
Okay, why?
Because when it comes to being romantic with a person, none. Please bear with me, audience. I'm talking about my perspective here.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I know. I just putting it out there now because some people might say that no it's not so. But
No, well, they are allowed to say that because
no
it's a
what
forum.
right there. I just say from my perspective, being emotionally connected to somebody in terms of if you're having sex with them or like you being intimate on a whole, right? Certain times, well, me, I'm very good at compartmentalizing, if that is even a word, right?
Yes, it is.
You mightn't, yeah, you want somebody might be good, right? But you don't have that kind of emotional connection with them, if you understand what I say. And then now, this friend, you might just say, boy, wait, but I'm gonna say no. But I realize what happened here is for the better, right? To me, the relationship aspect tend to hurt more than the friendship aspect because I could come to terms quicker in that aspect than the relationship aspect for me.
Okay then. Well, for me, I think it depends on the friend. Like, if you are intermingled with my life, like, okay, if we're talking about close friendships, even though I've never been married, sorry, thinking divorce and thing. But I think if it for me anyway, because I could be such an emotional being. Like when I'm ready, I can be a very emotional person. And if I'm tied to you, and we are good friends, like even thinking about breaking up with Jade, making me want to cry on a no homo level. But like if it's acquaintances, nah, fire bunny, we good. Whoever. But like, nah, dog. Like I tell you, this girl is my sister. This boy is my brother. If we done, like I might be in my bed in a week, like just I give it a week.
Thing is, right? Okay. I'm trying to. You see, this question difficult for me, right? Because I never had a break up, right? So I don't have anything to really compare it to. However, I have had friendships break up, and in the beginning, I mean, it was kind of bless you. In the beginning, I mean, it was kind of difficult, but I still find difficult is a strong, strong word. So, and me and these people were very good at, like really good. Actually, I really don't think friendship breakups are harder. Demanding. I think it's just a case of, well, I realize who you. It might take me a while to realize who you truly are because, as I said before, I like to give people chances. But then when those chances are over, I mean, so long, bye bye. So yeah, yeah.
Boy,
I
I
would
have a
say, uh,
sorry, Ish, I forget. Go ahead.
I would say, it depends on how long the relationship was for. And relationship
Mm.
meaning friendship and relationship, you know? So it depends on how long it was for. Because if I with somebody for 5 months, it will not hurt as hard as if I lose a friend who I know for 20 years. You know, so it just depends on how long. And I have another question. So my question is, what is the difference between between a friend and an acquaintance?
You want to go first?
Now you go first. I will after.
Well, a friend is somebody who you can lean on at all times and that you're actually really, really good with. You share emotional and mental connection with this person. And an acquaintance is somebody who you will say, hey, lend me that pen, please. And they say, sure, take this pen. And you might just say, good morning, good evening, how are you? You're not really close to them.
I agree. Um, I think friends you're able to share deep parts of yourself with and be emotionally vulnerable, possibly with those people. You're more likely to be emotionally vulnerable with close friends. And acquaintances, they just fly by night, you could lime with them, you could, have a lime and then somebody take the ice cream back with them. Yes, that's train sheet. You're not really close. That's it. You see them every so often. You say hi in the street. Hey, girl, how you doing? But to go into deep conversation or somebody, as JD was saying earlier, if I have good news, if I have bad news, they're not somebody you would call for that, or you shouldn't.
A friendship to me is if I want to be around you. If I actually feel like I want to be around you, or I actually want to line with you or spend some time with you, that's a friendship to me. If I'm comfortable to do certain things with you, being there, you don't have to partake in them. I just want to turn and see you sit down riding, right? That is friendship to me, right? If I'm comfortable enough for that. Acquaintance is if I go in the same place with you and I tell you morning and evening.
All right. Yeah, yeah, sure. What? You agree to everything we say?
Yeah, I agree with everything honestly.
So let me ask a question now before we move on. How can somebody be your friend?
What do you mean, like how we make friends?
No, like how can somebody get to be your
Qualify.
friend? What you think that a person could do to get to be your friend?
Um, for me, because I have thought about this multiple times, right? In order to be my friend, you have to engage me in deep conversation. That is one sure way to become my friend. You have to engage me in deep conversation. You see the frivolous, hey girl, how you going? What you do last week Saturday? I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You see, if you just come to me and you say, Jade, I was thinking about, the meaning of life. And you see, Krista knows. If you just come to me and you say, Jade, I was thinking about the meaning of life, and this is what I got. What do you think about that? You and I will automatically be drawn to you, and I will say, good. This person and me, we could become friends. You understand? But I can't take this small talk, even if we just met each other, right? Small talk
Yeah.
is my name is Jade, your name is Suzette, right? Um, what not even the what you like, what I like, because eventually that will come out. But really, you have to engage me in deep conversation. And also, if I ask you a question, and I know this is asking a lot from some people, but if I ask you a question, oh gosh, give me some deep to work with now. Please,
No
please,
one would answer.
to work with. You understand? Don't just be like, oh, well, yeah, like, okay, for example, if I say, I have been thinking that a lot of us as black women, we tend to think that we independent and don't need no man. I don't need you to just watch me and say, yeah, girl, that is true. No. Yeah, girl, that is true. Where we going with this? Because if it's one thing I don't like is small talk. I really don't. Let's get to the nitty gritty. And I just me.
Aaron, you want to go or can I go?
Now you gonna.
So, in addition to that, because I don't like small talk either, I despise it. Um, integrity, honesty. Like, if let me bring this closer, more. If I observe you in your natural habitat, and I am seeing that you are a true, like, just be authentic. You don't have to be the nicest person. Be nice, but you don't have to be the nicest person. You don't have to be extra. You don't have to be, just be you, right? Once I see that you are authentically yourself, you are comfortable in your skin, well, you have to know really who you are, but you're comfortable in your skin, you're confident in that, and you come to me, and I see that you are honest, you are able to. I'm a very big on honesty, so I don't like lies. I don't like when, even if it's small lies, even if it's for, if you think it's going to like to save my feelings now, like, oh, you look pretty today when my hair looking like a rat's nest. Like, I'm not going to take you seriously. I'm going to write you off in my mind as, okay, this person is not really for me, to be saying I look good when I literally look like a vagrant any people on them office bill. You understand what I'm saying? So, in addition to this, to the no small talk, the deepness, I need integrity, I need honesty.
And vulnerability.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Especially that.
You sure wanna go?
All these surface level convos, I just can't.
How long could you take that? Like honestly.
Asia, you wanted to say something? You?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the first thing is we have to be able to relate in some form of fashion
Mm-hmm.
because, well, we need something to talk about, right? And I don't like small talk, just like all this. So we have to be able to relate. My next thing for me is honesty. You have to be honest. You have to be an honest person. Um, Third, you cannot be my friend if you just bully people because I don't want to be sitting down next to you and like with you and you try to tell me about how horrible somebody in public looking. I don't want to hear about that. Right? That's our next problem I had with that girl from work too. Everybody walking in public. You want to talk about this woman weave and that woman clothes. I don't want to hear about that. And number four, you have to be polite. Don't come by me and you're not polite. We can't be friends if you're not polite. And by polite, I'm not saying you have to tell everybody in the road good day and them kind of thing, eh? But it wouldn't kill you to, if you want something from it, wouldn't kill you to ask, you know? I have
Yeah.
no problem sharing, but don't come and put your hand in my food. I don't like them things, you know? Don't come by me and say, give me $3. No. Ask for $3. You understand? So all of these things is red flags to me. So if you can't do those things, we can't be friends. That is what I have to say.
But well, let me ask a question now.
Yeah, but let
We
me answer.
talking. Oh, sorry, I forget. You see, I just never track people. Go ahead, Aaron.
Disrespectful. What do you hold on YouTube? See how you just cry?
Only for you. Only
Okay, I hear you,
disrespectful for
man.
you.
Don't cry yet, right? Yeah. Um, as I get older, let me just keep it real short because Krista want to cut me off already. As I get older, I realize that my mother and my father traits starting to be more prevalent in me because just this week, me and well, my
Hmm.
mother, what is called moms, was having a conversation and she was saying, "But you already know you're real, so and so and so," and I was like, "Yeah, moms." I realized as I get older, like I can't hide it no more because I tell you honestly, and even Jade could could comment on this. I used to be in secondary school. I used to be very extroverted. Now I am totally different. I don't really like to be around a big group of people no more. Like it just take a huge U-turn. So
Yeah.
my thing to be a friend with me, just don't be annoying, don't be loud. I don't like loud people. I could have tolerated long time, but I really and honestly don't like loud people. And if you're coming to talk about something, make sure it makes sense that even if we have different opinions, which I love the fact that you have a different opinion than mine, but at least make sense with what you're saying and stand up for it. Even if I very convincing in what I saying, stand up for what you believe in, right? Be trustworthy. If I tell you, hey, here's the scene, right? That man pa flying down on soup, and I could count on it to hush him out. Yeah, that them is the kind of things that I like, right? I could trust you when it comes to certain things. If I get you a secret, I say, hey, hush him out, keep that between me and you. It will remain dry between me and you. I like them kind of thing, right? So that is just basically it.
Okay, so everybody answered, right? Okay, so my question is this. We're talking about what, qualifies others to become our friends, but are we good friends ourselves? Or do you consider yourself a good friend? Oh, why and why not? Or why not?
I consider myself to be a trying friend. As in, I try. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what are the traits of a good friend anyway? I mean, if you have to ask, it means you know.
And we just gave some traits or attributes ourselves. So do you exhibit some of those?
Um, I consider myself a good friend because this is why I'm going to say this. If, first of all, I find that if I could say something about you behind your back, I find I should be able to tell it in your face too.
Thank you very much.
You understand? And I don't believe in bad talking your friend because, as I said before, if I could say it behind your back, it means I could say it in front of your face too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you say, I could tell you about yourself. And yeah, so I consider myself a good friend. But Crystal, I'm gonna tell you something. It has certain things that I thought that I was a good friend, and then it has certain things that you do or you think about doing that showed me, hey Jade, you need to be better in this. Like for the blackout, you still talk about this. When we when we had the blackout and then you call, I mean granted I already had like 1 cent on my phone, right? But I tell you honestly, I wouldn't even think about that. So for the blackout, you called to make sure that we were all fine, right? I would not think about that. I would not think about, hey, let me call and make sure everybody could. First of all, I thought it was this area alone that went out. And yeah, I would not think about that. And then when Aaron and I moved and you did what you did, well, you know, because I cried. That was so touching. And thinking about it, I don't know if I would have done that. So I think it's because just like how people have love languages, we have friendship languages.
Yeah.
I have to discover what is my friendship language. But yes, I consider myself a good friend, but I also think that I can do better. Once I discover my friendship language, I will get that.
Well, just to touch on what you just said, you feed into my love language, which is words of affirmation. So to me,
Ah, okay.
you are a good friend because words of affirmation is not just affirming me and making sure I'm good. It's also in terms of how you bring criticism, how you bring advice, all of these things. I will say that you are a good friend because of that. Our text stream would prove that.
I would
Do
think I think I'm a good friend.
Mhm.
I really and honestly do think I'm a good friend. And I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a perfect friend, but I think I'm a good friend because certain things I would think about doing, and like I would always try and make myself available if I could do something for somebody. Yeah, so I'm keeping it real short.
Aisha?
do I think I'm a good friend? I think I'm a good friend to who deserves it. Yeah.
Say that over.
Again, I hear enough feedback every time I talk. I don't know who have the mic on or whatever. Anyways, I think I'm a good friend to who deserve it. You think? Yes. And I am very thoughtful. So I would always want to check up on you and to buy a lunch and them kind of thing. Yeah, so I think that I'm a good friend to if you are a good friend to me. And last month I actually Googled when is friendship day because I wanted to surprise my best friend with like some cake and ice cream and stuff. But I needed an event to do so. I'm not talking weird, but I just wanted it to be a special event. So I found out that best friends day is June the 8th. And ever since I Googled it, we only talking about what we're going to do on best friends day. So yeah.
Aisha, that is so freaking cute. I didn't even know there was a best friends day.
I think I knew, but I wasn't studying that.
Listen, I just forget our normal holidays, so I don't even check in for that. But to answer my own question, I would also say trying, only because a trying friend, because all those things that you just talked about, they didn't come naturally to me, right? It didn't come naturally to me. It took a moment. I was like, wait a minute, and then it snapped to myself. Oh, sorry, no devices. All right, hopefully nothing falls. But except for the calling thing, the calling came naturally because of things that were in my past. But other thoughtful things that I have done, I checked myself, right? So sometimes mommy and I will be talking about friendship, and I'm like, wait a minute, XYZ is the case. Or, something around, or I would go through our text stream. I'm like, what, I value this person. Let me show this. So it doesn't really come naturally to me. Like every day I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, let me value my friend. But when it does, I try to go big or go home.
All right, okay. No, but that question really has me thinking, though. And for me, how I also show friendship is like with the example of how Aaron received love this week. I will have your back strong. I will, I will have your back. I will tell people. I will put people in their place for you. Like that time, Krista. I will
You mean
put
times?
one of those times, right? Just the other day, I was thinking about when the lady wanted to take your photo. But anyhow, yeah. So I will have your back strong. I will go to war for you. That is the number one way that I will show friendships. You know how much fights I almost got into in secondary school for my friends? You know how much fights for people anyhow. So our next question that I have is, and this is a juicy one. Do you think that men and women can be just friends?
Somewhat,
Why somewhat?
because naturally we are attracted to one another. And that's the short answer. Naturally, men and women are attracted to one another. That's why I said somewhat. Somewhat.
Yeah, but I had some male friends who actually I was not attracted to any of my male friends except you. Good, well, I'm here, nobody.
But you don't know if they was attracted to you.
No, I know, but when you're naive and you tell yourself, I mean, yes, this person has an attraction to you, but you don't have an attraction to them. So you're saying, well, okay, this person is your real good friend. Or, okay, let me talk from the female perspective. We as ladies believe that we can be friends with the male species, right? And
Mhm.
all that time is because this fellow is only friends with you because they want something else in.
Lying in wait, like a
I had that
tiger, a lion on
experience.
the hunt.
I had that experience many, many times. I telling myself, yeah, this is my friend, ding ding ding. Wait, but anyhow, yes, Krista, do you think that males and females can be just friends, simply friends, no attraction, simply friends? Or is it just that
Yes.
somebody is putting on?
I think it is possible. I don't know how um frequent it happens. How I don't know. I think I don't want to say it rare, right? But I think it's possible. I think yes, you have those where people are faking. Yeah, again, a feedback. I think it has those where um the men are laying in wait, or the women sometimes will catch feelings, because I've heard of those as well. But I think it is possible, but just not likely. That's it. It's possible, but not likely.
Yes, I think that males and females could be friends, but you have to find that one person who don't have an ulterior motive, and it will take you a while to find that person because I would want to be normal friends with somebody, and then I'll come to find out that they on some other crap, and then I'll just get frustrated. So you really have to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's true. It really rare to find people with ulterior motives when it comes to male and female friendships, because I made this male friend in secondary school, right? And I swear all this boy wanted was my friendship. Let me tell you something. 6 years later, I married him. What kind of thing is that? That's the biggest ulterior motive.
First of all, telling people the correct thing now is you come behind me.
I swear you're going somewhere with this,
Tell the people and them the correct story. Don't paint me as nothing.
Listen, at the end of the day, ulterior motives were ulterior motived. Okay?
Listen, my thing is, right? Both men and women have the thing they just do, right? And it's not one gender more than the other. Both of them just do the same thing.
True. So let's address some of these comments again. So we have Krisha Edwards saying, I don't like friendships where I can't help the person. If I feel that they are going on the wrong way, if I feel that they are going the wrong way, friends should be willing to at least listen to each other. I agree with that. She also says, if I confide in you and I hear my business out a road, then we can saddle horse, right? Arms length after that.
I just have one question to ask. It's just the first part I don't understand. What do you mean by she can't help them?
Well, that would be for Krisha to answer. But I'm guessing when she said that she can't help them, as in like offer advice and they listen.
I like them kind of friendships. When you end up in your nonsense, I will be the one to blast you.
You see,
Aaron.
good friend.
No, I tell you honestly, if I see you going down a particular road and you will want to listen to nobody, when they end up on street, I watching you and tell you how you're feeling now. You find ways they look nice, yeah.
Anywho, Edward Lightfoot said, I have a lot of women who are just that what you trying to show you. Like probably your mind.
Sweet man, I know.
Sweet man.
I don't believe that at all.
And we have Shan Lightfoot asking, who had the motive? Was it you or was it him?
It was you.
Listen,
We will never know. That motive just
that
ulterior.
that story is for
Excuse me, yeah?
OnlyFans. Not for
Patreon.
that story is for
This man bought only fans there.
So, do we have any more questions? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
no, let Krista go first.
Go, Mr.
So I'm gonna pick the nice ones. All right. So, do you think that age is important in a friendship? So, do you think a 20-year-old could be friends with someone in their 30s and vice versa? Or do you think age is important in friendships?
You want me, you want me to go
Yeah.
first, Chrissy?
Doesn't matter.
Um, I think after the legal age, you could be friends with anybody, you know. But when it go younger than that, it is just look too suspect.
I have a story on that, but go. Anybody else answer before I give the story?
Um, as
I
he
think
said,
it
legal
has to
age.
do
What you
with
talking about?
Go ahead, Jade.
oh yeah, I think it all depends on your mental maturity or immaturity. If you are 30 and you could hang out with a 16-year-old, well, more power to you. I don't know what conversations you could get out of that, but maybe the 30-year-old that Fisher told us about could hang with a 16-year-old and have some sort of some sort of relatability.
Aaron
But
face killing me.
uh,
I said, Aaron face kill me there. This side eye.
but yeah, so I think it all depends on your mental maturity. For me, I wouldn't go less than 4 years because I don't know
Okay.
what I'll tell, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 yeah. Isha?
I would say like exactly what Jada's gonna say because she sees my answer. But I'll also add that um well I still real young, so I don't really like but I would talk to people my age, but some of them just real immature. So I would stay away from those ones. And then I have friends who are like in their forties and things. Women who I work with in the past. So I have friends in their forties, but like people my age, I prefer to talk to people older than me rather than people my age because people my age very immature still and very annoying. And what's that again? Um, yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah. So I prefer to just talk to people older than me. Mm.
So for me, I agree with Isha because I think my childhood kind of molded that. I spent, like, from the age of 9 or 10, I spent a lot of time with grown adults. I'm talking people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And so that's what I'm accustomed to. My friends aren't that old. They're not old like road. But they are older than me. So and I prefer that. And I think because of where I want to go and the fact that they are either on their way there or have been there, the advice that they could give me, the conversations that we could have tend to be a bit more tend to be a bit deeper than um when I'm speaking to individuals my own age. But yeah, hear this now. To talk about what Aaron bring up there with that age limit thing. I was on YouTube and I saw this video of this grown tutty, something almost 40-year-old man marrying an 18-year-old. Come to find out that come to find out that not only is this girl his goddaughter, but he also used to link up with the mother. And he's known this girl since she was a baby. Like, you will see pictures of them
Yeah, and
when,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you'll see pictures of them when she was a baby, like baby, and pictures of them on their wedding day. And I have to agree with Aaron saying, like, earlier, that age limit thing, that watch who you have around your children, right? So for parents who watching this, if you think a 30-year-old could hang with a 16-year-old, hang with a 15, 14-year-old, watch who you have around your children, because that friendship mean that talking, that linking, that friendship may not be a friendship, it might be grooming. So that's all I had to share.
One of our commenters, Shan, asked, how do you know if your friendship is toxic? When they constantly lean on you for baggage support, and when they take more than they give, when they don't support any of your ventures. That's my opinion.
Hmm.
My opinion is if the person like to lie. So, what's the term that is called when somebody is a compulsive lying,
Hmm.
right? If somebody like to lie compulsively about every single thing, like, and it could be the simplest of things, and I've dealt with people like this already.
Hmm.
That is a seriously toxic person because that person don't deal in reality, and listening to a story from that person, even if it's an emergency, you will not know if to believe if it really happened, yes or no.
That's all.
Yeah.
Um, I think if they well, in addition to what Jade said, because I like the emotional vampire one. That's if they're constantly trying to drain your energy, all those things. But also, if they want all the attention, like they can't celebrate your successes and they expect you to celebrate theirs, if they are pressuring you to do things that are not for your benefit. I think there's good peer pressure and then there's bad peer pressure. And I mean, we have common sense. We should know what is good and bad. But I guess that's subjective if you think about it. But anyway, if they're pressuring you to do things that are either bad or outside of your own morals, um, I think that's a sign of a toxic friend. What else, boy? I had so many. Oh, if they what do you think? Victim. They have a victim mentality. That's it. Ooh. If they have a victim mentality, and I think Krisha was saying that she's unable to like give advice or help you. And if you do, they get all emotional and they most likely will play the victim, like, oh my God, woe is me, life has happened to me. They're they're unable to take accountability. I think those are a few signs of toxic friendships. But guys, any comments? Share with us what are some of your signs of toxic friendships? Go ahead, Isha.
I think you should have to say.
Isha,
Yeah, hello. I just reached
yeah.
back. Sorry.
Would you
What
like me
is
to repeat
that?
the question?
Yes, thank you.
I asked, what are some signs of a toxic friendship or a toxic friend?
Um, Signs of a toxic friend. Somebody who is dishonest.
Mhm.
Somebody who you cannot rely on.
Hmm.
Um, somebody who, hmm, somebody who you can rely on. Somebody who is honest. Somebody who never there for you. Um, just like yeah. Somebody who you don't know if to tell them what you're going through because you think you're not sure if they will tell your business, which I don't understand that one because if we're supposed to be friends, why am I walking on my toes to tell you what I'm going through? And but yeah, that's signs of a toxic friend. Signs of a toxic friendship if you all don't like cannot see eye to eye. Yeah, if you all cannot see eye to eye, you're all fighting.
Ooh.
There's people that fight with their friends. Um, you can't like you. Maybe the person you catch the person talking to your man or your gal. Yep.
So back on our list.
Yes.
I have one question, right, before we close up shop. Can your friends rely on you concerning anything? Well, everything I should say.
I
Do
mean,
you have a cutoff
So
point?
okay. Thanks for going deeper in that. I was going to say yes, they could count on me on everything for everything, but when it comes to murder, I mean, for self defense, you get through. But if it's straight up cold like murder, you could count on me to send you to jail. Everything else, we good, we good. I have your back. If you tell me something about somebody, ain't nobody go find out. Like I will act dumb. I would like you. I have your back, except for murder.
yeah, I agree with Krista. That's my answer. I agree with Krista. Because you, as my friend, you shouldn't want to put me in a position where something haunting me. Like, you should know your friend, right? If you know I am sensitive to certain things, or you know that I cannot deal with certain things, like I have a history of anxiety, etc., and you kill a person, and you come in and telling me, hey, Jade, I killed so and so, help me bury this body now. I'll be like, okay, wait, call up, call up. You want to tell me I'm not a good friend because I don't want to help you bury this person, but how are you a good friend, right? And you coming to me so that I can bury this person with you knowing how I am. It's a two-way street.
I don't know.
Um,
I would, well, Isha,
I would say what Krista said. In certain circumstances, if I know you kill somebody, I don't want any part in that. But I also wouldn't sell you out because I'm not trying to make myself a target for selling you out.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
don't think I
I ain't
nothing
think
like
about that. I ain't think about
Leyland.
that. I really think about that. But I am not a good liar. So if you tell me and they call me up on that stand earlier, they will know. They will know I'm lying.
Not Krista.
then not
I
I
call up
am
and
not a
anything because I
good
distancing
liar.
myself from you.
I also am going to tell the police I don't know this person.
Well, exactly.
Dude, I
Exactly.
cannot lie. All you know, I can't lie.
I agree with
Let
Isha.
us start later. Or don't talk to nobody who does the criminal activities.
Simple.
I agree with
Well, I
Isha.
just do
I
that
agree with
already.
Krista.
Hopefully, I just do that already.
I will go down a certain point with you, but if it don't make sense to me, don't call my phone. Don't call my phone. Forget my number. Don't call me at all. Don't even think about me.
Exactly.
You're taking it far,
Hmm.
bro.
No, I been honest with you. If we's friends, right? Don't put me in no stupid position. If I know I will go down certain roads with you, right? Do not put me in certain positions. If you know you're a sadist or a sadist as people like to call it, forget me. Pretend you don't know me at all.
Here is not, here is not. What about if you find out your boy is a pedo dog?
If I find out my boy is a pedo, I'll bury him.
Ooh, oh, get it.
You could have plenty fellas out here seeing their boys tracking little girls, cat calling on the road and all kind of kicksy thing, and they ain't saying nothing, you know.
Lock me off.
Listen,
Or I lock you up. How about
listen.
that?
Male or female, you're not coming around me with that. If I find out that you like to handle yourself with a little children, right? Stay far away from me. Because one wrong move, I'll take your head clean off. I'm not playing that game with nobody. I had nieces and nephews, and some days I want to have sons of my own. And if I find out anybody doing anybody, I know that
No
I'm going to take
quarters.
the head clean off.
No daughters.
No, our sons, darling.
Anyhow, yeah. So one last question before we wrap this thing up. And this one is a rapid fire one, right? Well, not really. Can you be friends with a non-Christian? Can you be yoked together unequally with a non-Christian person? Why? Why not?
I think you can be.
Why?
First of all, I think you should be. Because as Christians, our job is, well, I won't say job, but we are supposed to bring people to God and be the light that guides them to God. And we can't do that if we just in the church and speaking to just church folk or Christians. We have to be out in the world, I think. I think it's our job to be out in the world. And yeah, I think, listen, God could use any and everybody, okay? Whether there's Christians or not, for, well, his purpose. And maybe, some good for you too. So I think, yeah, be friends with them as well. You may not be able to go deep with them in terms of like having that close knit friendship, but you might have some sort of friendship with them.
Um, I would say friend is a strong word, right? Because I believe in God and I believe in God wholeheartedly, and it would always be a barrier to how close we could be. All right, for example, right, I used to be working a certain place, right? Me and the man, we was real good. Older fella than me, right? And not really much older too, but at that time he was talking a talk based on creation, right? Now, no, well, sometimes you'll be talking about one thing and then you just jump on to the next topic just because somebody mentioned something. Yeah,
Yeah.
the topic was like one of them, and then he jump on, oh man, write the Bible and all kind of thing, and instead of talk about that, and I was like, so hold up. Yeah, man, write the Bible because God had to get man to write the Bible because God had to show man that He using man to fulfill His purpose, and
And
he,
spirits can,
yeah,
right?
and he started to talk about, oh, this and that, and if I ever see God, and if I ever see the devil, and all kind of thing. So that was kind of like the barrier between me and he right there, right? Because you're trying to tell me about evolution, right? But when I ask
Hmm.
you, so why the monkeys in the zoo never transform into humans after all this time? He telling me because some kind of thing about, I don't know, some kind of nonsense. So it was just like, okay, we used to talk, but I know that I can't really have certain kind of conversations with you because I know you're going to talk some kind of nonsense. And yeah, so it will always have a barrier. I wouldn't say friend, but we could be good, but we ain't gonna be that good.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, yeah, I agree with what you say, Krista, and I agree with what Aaron says. That's my answer.
Asia.
Aaron,
Mm.
when he tell you if you ever talk to the devil, if you ever see the devil, you should have say, I'm not talking to him right now.
No, well, I asked him, I said, so one to the other monkeys in the zoo, they don't teach us some. That is why I asked him. I said, one to the monkeys and them in the forest. How come no National Geographic Explorer never go in the forest and see and bounce up a human now shedding skin, now shedding fur? How come they never do that? Want to talk to me on this monkey business? Look, at the end of the conversation, so Alice always said, I said, dog, I don't believe me. I too good looking to come from no blasted monkey. I say, if you want to be from a monkey, that you, but that not me.
Oh, Lord. I mean,
Um,
people think that orangutans are humans, eh?
And fair enough, you look like a orangutan. Eh?
Aaron.
The family bloodline. But Aisha didn't answer, did she?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I will say. Yes, you could be friends with somebody of a different relation. A different religion. Um, the yoke part, as they say, if the person could be yoked or something like that. I would say no, but the person could be a friend. Um, it have things that you could learn from people of different religions. I would just say that because it really does have a lot of things you can learn from people about different
Mhm.
religions because of the culture. So the things that you didn't grow up knowing in your culture, they would know, and it works. It really does work. And yes, I would say that. Yeah, you can be friends with them, just you can't be equally yoked.
Okay, well, this was a very good discussion. I love this topic. It was very interesting to hear all of you and all of your opinions and the opinions of our very lively co-host, which is the commenters. So we just want to thank each and every one of you for spending your Saturday night with us. We really enjoyed your company, and we would just like for you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like it right now. Before you come off this, just click the like button right now, like it. Share this video. Make sure to look at our other videos. I believe we have some in the description. If not, just click the channel and you will be able to see all of our past videos. Share them with your friends, share them with somebody who you think will benefit from this. And like us on Facebook, Hear This Now. Like us on Instagram at Hear This Now, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We love you all. Be safe. God bless you. And as we always say, big up your entire self because we love you. So, bye bye.
Bye.